Welcome back, people, to Let's Play Tyranny. Today we're continuing with the Scarlet Chorus camp. Let's speak to the fifth eye here. The binder of Tunon arrives, squealing with a teenager's timbre. The fifth eye voice makes your gums itch, and your fingernails feel the need of a trim. Oh.
And we just finished having a bit of sport with some captives, but worry not, we'll have more fun with another batch momentarily.
Dressed in bronze-red regalia of the Crimson Spears, the fifth eye beckons you to stand close, wagging a blood-spattered glove. What are the Crimson Spears? They are the personal gang of the Voices of Nerat. Okay, these top enforcers of the chorus answer only to the Archon of Secrets, and all gang members must follow their orders as if they were the voice of the Archon of Secrets himself. In contrast to the poorly equipped mobs they command, the Crimson Spears are armed with fine bronze and rigorous training. Their skills are regularly tested by rivals for their status. In the Scarlet Chorus, even the top gang leaders must be ready to prove their strength if they wish to lead.
Now that you've issued the edict and doomed us all to die, have you come to help us climb out of this hole?
Chirps of laughter emanate from under his mask. Just you're getting your warriors ready for battle.
We know the Oathbreakers are focused on the citadel beneath the mountain spire, but we've learned that this is not their only nest.
The fifth eye wags a hand in the air with a high-pitched squeal of displeasure.
Ugh. Given their pattern of attack, they must have a second group maintaining camp here in the Outer Valley, and unless we deal with the second group, they'll attack from behind the moment we cross the river.
The Dishonored thinks he can't control your horde, and that many are defecting back to the Vendrian Guard.
Wrong. And perhaps...
He gestures with his spear in an arc towards the sprawling camp.
It is no mean feat to herd this many disparate lives. For every 2 hands of humanity, there is at least 1 finger that snaps from the stress of our ways. A few have been lost on the margins, I won't deny that. But if you store grain, expect some rat feces. If you lead killers, expect some desertion.
Alright, so I think Roland's thoughts is exactly this. You have a large force, you've had a large force here for all these weeks, and you've let the enemy move freely throughout the valley, which is very strange. But I think that in keeping with like practicality, let's just get this show on the road, and after we can, after we've completed the edict, we can dole out the guilt, or the... Wow, I'm struggling. we can find who's at fault later. Let's just get the show on the road. So you need help taking out these Oathbreakers.
And while a good old-fashioned slaughter would be an efficient solution, the smarter answer is not to kill them, but to add their strength to ours. My last group of scouts returned with a new batch of prisoners, and one of these prisoners claimed he can lead us to the Vendrian Guard's secondary camp, though there are shreds of deception in her voice. I could use your help questioning this Varia Keel. Perhaps you can get less screams and tears and more useful information out of her. If we knew where to ambush the Oathbreakers, we could try and take their captain and show him the wisdom of joining the chorus.
Are a few more conscripts going to change anything at this point? Seems wiser just to kill them. I mean, it does. Because these Scarlet Chorus people, I mean, are they worth anything? Really? They're just they're a horde of killers, and that's about that. Well, they may have some use. Why not just ask the Archon of Secrets? I thought he could interrogate anything. Sure. An unintelligible mutter escapes from under the fifth eye's mask as his posture stiffens.
I do not tell the voices known to Rot what to do, nor do I question his motives. The Archon is busy plotting the efficient destruction of these Oathbreakers and is not to be disturbed.
Verse. I have known the Archon to demand personal interrogations, but it has only ever been with leaders, mages, or others of great merit. I've often imagined the interrogation process is not to be taken lightly. Perhaps it is downright exhausting for Nerat. I see. I will speak with the prisoner.
I will meet you there. She's waiting by the other prisoners.
Okay, so he saunters over this way. This is Variakel over here. So let's speak to her. We must wait until he has arrived. Are you in your spot? Are you in your spot already? Alright. Please, someone. I wish to bow before the voices of Nerat. I thought all could find redemption in the chorus. Woman in the makeshift armor of the Vendering Guard lurches forward in agony. Her soiled, trembling legs suggest she's been forced to stand for days.
This one, he flippantly waves at the prisoner, was hollering earlier that she knows the location of the Vendrian Guard encampment, but she isn't being entirely honest.
I was told this thing. The prisoner turns pale a moment before a look of determination comes over her face. That I wanted a guarantee that I'd live and be welcomed into the chorus as a captain. Then I'll talk. Otherwise, they'll just kill me once I've opened up. I was dumb enough to join the Vendrian Guard, but I'm not dumb enough to give away my bargaining bronze. Why should I trust the words of an Oathbreaker? I suppose I have no answer for that. Mariah's eyes fall to the ground as she swallows nervously. When I joined with the Vendrian Guard, I accepted her broken vow unto myself. Right. Have you not felt passion for a foolish cause, one you later came to regret? Well, my surrender is sincere, and I am willing to bow before the voices of Nerat to prove it. Alright. Tell me what you know, and I can see to your release. I heard the chorus is looking for Captain Pelox Florian and his crew. I can lead you to them, but only if you release me. She turns her head, taking a long look at skewed, smoldering corpses around her. Oof. She tugs at her restraints, but to no avail. We have the subterfuge to, I think Roland knows how to spot a liar. You know. You're lying. Why don't you tell me what you actually know, and I'll see about saving you. Well, you see... Shaken by your demand, her lips move wordlessly for several seconds. So I don't know exactly where the rest of my crew is, but I can tell you... She shakes her head, catching her breath. Search that one. She reaches up with her right leg and points with her foot, calling attention to a nearby pile of corpses. The tall dark one is missing most of his face. Check his left boot. He was the literate one in our crew. He had the orders. With a snap of his fingers, a pair of choirmen yank the boots off the fallen guardsman. A rolled parchment slides out of the boot and is thrust into the fifth eye's hands. He unfurls the scroll to give a read. It's nonsense, just a mash of words. Laughter erupts from under the mask. She said she had... Whoa, wow. Okay, let's try that one again. She said she had information. She gives us garbage. Slay this wretch for wasting our time. Snaps his fingers at a nearby Scarlet Fury, who promptly snatches a long life from under her belt. I promised to see to her release. Yeah, they did do that. I heard her say she'd swear fealty to the voices of the rot. An initiation rite would be in order. Seeing as you're an expert on the subject of fate, I will entertain your wisdom on the matter. What then do you propose we do to her? Well, none of these options are particularly good. Back as our agent. No, I don't think that. She'd just defect right back. Point to the two other prisoners. Test her loyalty. Or you're wasting a good slave. Work her till she's broken, then feed her to the pigs. Jeez. That's harsh. I mean, you don't have to work her till she's broken. I mean, she can just be like a hauler, right? Don't you need people to haul your gear and shit? A fine decision. The fifth eye claps his bloody gloves together, signaling two nearby guards with a nod. The Oathbreakers already had their chance to surrender and chose to play the possum faint. Let's make an example of her. What? No! Varai's face turns pale as her arms are seized. But I gave you information, motherless savages. May hunger take your children. Laughter erupts as Varai is dragged off to her fate. Well, listen, you're in the chorus. Stop complaining. We're no closer to finding the Oathbreaker's position. Not with this cryptic mess. She promised us answers, and all she gave us was gibberish.
Sorry to interrupt, but I highly doubt it's gibberish. More likely, it's one of the local scripts.
This is Lantry, a voiced NPC. The voice comes from another prisoner tied up next to Varia. The older gentleman with the quills, ink vials, and parchment scrolls finds on a sage of the school of ink and quill. Ink smudges cover his cheeks, temples, and ears. His clothes appear charred, and in between the rips of fabric, you can spot burn scars along the arms. Despite being emaciated and tied to a post, he offers a beaming smile. We'll read the parchment for ourselves. You unroll the parchment and see a message of modest length, written with professional, albeit hasty, penmanship. The Tearsmen speak the Canto just like the Northerners, but they have half a dozen different ways of writing it. This particular script is unknown to you. Who are you?
I'm Sage Lantry, one of the hired quills that was coordinating missives between the Vendrian guard captains. They aren't paying me anymore and aren't coming to my rescue. So I'll decipher that parchment for you. That's what smart prisoners do, right? Make themselves useful.
Let's see. Sage, one of the longest surviving schools of magic in the tiers. The School of Ink and Quill is a venerable institution devoted to the acquisition and preservation of knowledge. Or so the sages profess, putting more of their energy towards amassing knowledge than disseminating it. They began their scriptorium in 17 TR, and through a series of incremental expansions, the structure became the Vellum Citadel, only to be known as the Burning Library after Kyrus' edict of fire brought ruination in 430 TR. Oh shit, he burned it down? Not all sages know magic, but those that have mastered the guild's traditional spells can employ magic protection and preservation. It is a poorly kept secret that the sages have gradually acquired a wide array of magic practiced by rival mage guilds over the generations. I say, the hired quills. See, running a household or army requires a great deal of logistical know-how, and it helps to be literate and capable of maintaining your own records and ledgers. Most leaders employ assistants, known as hired quills, to log harvest, schedule payments, balance payrolls, and dictate letters to friends and rivals. Alright, so we'll show him the parchment. Can you read this?
Well, let me see. I can't.
You hold the parchment in front of the bound sage, and his eyes dart down the length of the missive. He reads the words the second time, nodding in silence.
I don't know exactly what it says, but I'm half certain that's Sage Selwyn's handwriting. I'm sure I could decipher that in a few hours' time. Don't need my hands free, but I think better when not tied to a post. I know, I'm weird that way.
A few hours. Either you can read it or you cannot. What use is a sage that doesn't know his letters? I've heard all I need to hear. I say we have some fun with this one.
Can't hurt to give him a few hours.
You read the edict. I don't need to tell you the sundial is working against us. This addled old bag is just trying to stall us.
Right. Untie him. Give him a chance to translate.
Are you giving me orders, Binder? Does this look like Tunon's court? Last I checked, only the Archon of Secrets can tell me what to do with a prisoner.
The Crimson Spear pounds his staff on the ground.
If this old man wants freedom, we shall give him his fair shot at a trial.
Binder, I beseech you, be my advocate for this trial. I'm no fool. I know the chorus uses blood, not words, to settle these matters. But you are a servant of the Archon of Justice, are you not?
I am. This one is to live. Release my prisoner as want. I'm taking it into my custody. Let's use some information. No, I'll just say release this prisoner at once. I'm taking him into my custody.
Not a chance. He's our prisoner. If you think you can crack the information we need out of his skull without troubling the Archon, that's one thing. But you're not walking out of here without property.
I could try to intimidate him, but Roland is not a bully. Fine, let's have this trial you want so much.
Did you hear that, brothers and sisters?
Raising his arms to the sky, the fifth eye roars for all nearby to hear. Here,
trial by combat is upon us.
the sage is unbound from his post. Stiff legs nearly buckle as he attempts to walk, and his arms flex and flail in this new freedom. Wiping sweat and grime off his brow, the sage steps close to you with a nervous smile. Rhythmic roaring and stomping of hundreds of feet in unison flood the camp. Horsemen begin to circle and swirl about, brandishing weapons and cheering. If they got this worked up to fight the enemy, I venture the war would be over by now, says Barrack.
Begin the chant of gathering. Let the warriors know that tonight's entertainment will soon commence.
Alright.
Brothers and sisters, who amongst you set the standard for strength? Who amongst you will help winnow the weak from the strong?
The fifth eye waves his hand in the air, drawing in a gathering of chorus soldiers. Alright.
Our claimants have been assembled. Now let the trial of the Oathbreaker begin.
Heads up.
Okay. First off, let's see here. We have Landry over here. He has some restoring touch. He has Titan's touch. He also has this renewal already activated. Okay, that's cool. Let's see. Let's have Barrack attack there. I think also we'll
Can't do that.
okay. Barrack, you go there. Titan touch myself, if you will. You try to draw these people's ire, and we'll try to cleave these two. Uh-oh. Alright. Let's do the slash instead. Oof. She's taking a hit. Let's see here. Verse is, right. She's doing well against that guy. Alright. Cleave. These two. Excellent. Right, let's restore Verse if we can. Let's also have her drink a health potion. Let's see. Blood-soaked stone. I think I will thrust this one. Okay. Almost at the restoring touch. Iron tolling, striking iron. Alright, let's do that. What does it do exactly? If engaged by target enemy. Ooh! Actually, might be,
I will aid you.
Alright, Landry shall attack. Excellent. Attack this one next. Then that one. Blood-soaked stone on this one.
How it's done.
Alright. We can also do that on Fury's Embrace. Yeah, you continue on. Excellent. What just happened there? Oh, she's waiting for me. Okay. And she's running around. Oh! What the shit just happened? Ooh. Okay. Landry took a wound. Something exploded. Activates Gut Ripper. Right, that's Barrack exploding the people in a pile of blood. Alright.
Come back and face me.
She's using Skewer. Quicken. Heals the Fate Binder with a surge of energy. Fatebinder is also hastened. That sounds good. Verse is taking a beating. She's out of healing stuff. Right. That's because this guy here, the Scarlet Fury, is attacking Verse. So let's have Verse and Landry shall move out of the way. Can I, no, not yet. Where's Respite? I could sunder this guy. Titan's Touch he wants to use. Well, doing that on...
I'll take care.
Oh, hold on. Let's not do that. Right. Attack that one. Next. We are gonna be attacking there. Okay, she can heal herself a little bit. Andre. Oh shit, he's burning now. Heal. Barrack. Try to taunt these two fuckers. We're still burning. Almost there. Alright. Attack that one, that's good. That's good. Okay. Nice. Already activated, right. You're gonna heal yourself.
I'll take care.
There we go. Whew! That was close.
By the righteous shedding of blood, we have found our answer. Regrettably, it appears the sage is worthy of leaving our camp alive.
The fifth eye offers a short, mocking bow to Landry.
By the customs set forth by the voices of Namdarat, you are free to go, old man. Brag to your grandkids that you fell afoul of the chorus, yet lived to tell the story.
Right. Are you hurt? Well, do we ask that of him? He did take a beating, and I need him alive to translate. Right. Not in any lasting capacity. I jostled, but fine. Now I believe I have a parchment to translate, unless that angers the powers that be. That's damn straight. Well, much of the parchment was weathered, but I could make out the important parts of the text. The note makes mention of a meeting point west of Tripnettle. Tripnettle Wilderness now unlocked on the world map.
So, the old sage knows its words after all. I'd ask that you travel ahead and see if you can't get this Captain Florian to yield to the chorus. They will strike at first sight of a chorus gang, but perhaps they will parley if yours is the first face they see.
I know the area. I suggest we go at once. I'll show you the way. I'm eager to be far from the stench of this camp. Something is amiss. There's a lot of fighting you for an old scholar, and now you're offering to join this expedition. I've met sages every bit as cutthroat and hardened gang bosses. They act the part of dawdling scribes, but don't let that fool you. Says Verse. Smart for someone of your age to be so mistrusting, but I'm not with the Oathbreakers, if that's what you were fishing at. I worked for them under duress, but I have no love for them. I'm not about to pledge to the chorus, and the disfavored wouldn't have me. Still, I consider myself a Kairos-fearing vassal of the Overlord's empire all the same. For as long as I've been a sage, I've been trained to defend myself. We won't spend all our time binding books and sketching wildlife, just most of it. Alright, we don't, okay. For centuries, I've been in a quiet war with the School of Tides and the School of Wild Wrath. I can't travel alone as much as... you can't travel alone as much as I do. Not know the bronze dance. Okay. So, right. So, you won't be a parchment white during a fight. Good to know. Oh no, I'd like to think I'm worth more than 3 or 4 angry peasants in a fight. Alright. Swear fealty to me and I will let you leave this place. I didn't ask that of Barak or of Verse, but then on the other hand, they were part of the army of Kairos. I mean, we already know why he's offering to come with us, right? He doesn't want to be a part of the chorus, and that his favorite wouldn't have him. Alright. Fine. If you're so eager, come with me. Splendid. You won't be disappointed. I know I may seem old and frail, but I know how to step lightly, and how not to get killed. Really, I won't slow you down. Lead the way, and let me know if I can be of service. Are we done here? Let's hightail it to Tripnettle. If your new pet doesn't behave himself along the way, I'm not above clipping its ears. Alright. So that's Lantry. And there's a scroll there, glowing with mystical energy. Got the sigil of illusion. Nice. Let's also speak to Reg and Baz. And hold on, Lantry. Right, he has a couple of attributes to spend. Spell strength, magic defense. I think spell strength is pretty good. We'll bump that up a couple points. Right, preservation, greater renewal. What does this actually do? Plus half a point of armor per piece of armor worn. Okay. And plus 1 armor penetrated by attacks. That's interesting. What does the greater renewal do? Oh, just more of the same. Good to know. Improves the skills, erase the record, second breath. Well, that sounds handy. Lantry revives a fallen comrade. Grants a bonus to arcane armor and magic defense. It's the armor stolen. Okay, stolen. I don't know what that means. Erase the record. Place a preservation seal on an ally. If the ally falls below a limit, they are healed for a larger point of health, and the seal is destroyed. Very nice. Okay. Vigor improves the skill. That is just plus 10. Not worth it, in my opinion. We'll grab that. And I maybe take the defense. Because why not? Subtle throw. Sage Watcher's Judgment. Entry strikes his target, interrupting them and lowering their non-physical armor. Now, I'll focus on preservation with Lantry. I want to get second breath and erase the record. Those will be very handy. Okay. Let's speak to Reg and Boz. There's Boz. Well, look what we have here. Chewing on some manner of cud. A heavy-set soldier flings spittle and crumbs as she talks. The Fatebinder finally shows himself. I'm Reg. The second soldier chimes in. And this is Boz. We were wondering when you might pay the camp a visit. Fifth Eye has been a little starved for attention. He ordered us to watch you like a troublesome babe. Make sure you don't get out of line. Boz knits her fingers together, joints cracking as she smiles. Reg clears his throat loudly, scowling at Boz. Something like that. If you have any questions, ask us. Good luck finding anyone else in camp. We'll give you answers. Or even a smile. So, anything we can do for you? Tell me about yourself, Boz. I was a sellsword at the beck and call of fat merchants. Just another dented face in the crowd. After too many years of spilling blood in local skirmishes, I realized that I was only killing time. Then Kairos showed me a better way. Unity, purpose, now I fight for something. Not someone. I've been watching the Scarlet Furies practicing my blade work. Not good enough to join them yet, but I could show you a thing or two. I say. What about you, Reg? He scratches the back of his head, at a loss for words. I had a family, a farm. Then the chorus came and, well, now I have the chorus. Priorities change when you hear screams in the night and feel a blade pressed to your neck. Things like farms and families don't seem so important. I used to have nightmares about the culling. Felt awful. Remember how I hacked my mom and dad to bits so I can survive. Jesus. What is the culling? When the Scarlet Chorus conscripts a village, they hold a ceremony known as the culling. Every able-bodied man, woman, and child is given a weapon and forced to fight their family and friends to the death. Those who survive are deemed strong enough and free from old ties to join the army of the Voices of Wrath. Jesus. Reg's eyes, shadowed for a moment, but sorrow take on a feverish gleam. The Fifth Eye heard me howling one night, pulled me out of the horde, and took an interest in me. Now I'm studying magic, calling fire from nothing. If my ma and dad could see me now, I'd be so proud. Oof. Boz, let's see what you can teach me. Let's dance, Binder. Bows, dual wield, unarmed combat. Not something I'd wanna learn. Ooh, Scarlet Chorus favor 1. Boz spits a wad of chewed bread into her open palm. These rations are foul. Taste it. Can't tell if it's poison or mold. I heard that our watch has spotted a disfavored scout by the grain stores. You don't think... I feel fine. Maybe it's an herb to slow my hand in battle. Sabotage is a coward's weapon. Maybe it's just gone bad. Seeing you, Reg pockets his ration without taking a bite. Fatebinder. Let's see what the Fifth Eye's been teaching you, Reg. We'll make the valley burn. Magic staff, subterfuge. Right, here we go. Subterfuge. Oh, she can't do that. Lore, though. We'll have Lantry learn lore. Excellent. Lore is important because it allows you to cast more spells and shit. So, with that done, let's learn the Sigil of Timeless Form. I can't do that one yet. Or that one. I can learn the Core of Frost. And Lesser Sigil of Strength. Sigil of Distant Impact. And Limitless Boundaries. And Reach and Grasp. There we go.
Better, faster, and stronger.
Fuck yeah, look at all that. Okay, we also got a point to spend on Roland. I think more might be what we're due there. Yep. Save changes. Absolutely. Wait, do I have more stuff too? Do I have skill points to spend? What is, what's the point of, locking skill growth prevents this character from gaining experience in the skill? Oh, okay. No, don't know why you want to do that. But alright. Let's see here. I could get concentrated force, two-handed mastery, add stun effect to sunder ability. That sounds good. We'll grab that. Boom. And let's see here. Skirmisher, most likely. Piercing arrows. Attacks made with bows gain armor penetration. Eternal flame. Right, burning iron. Right, burning iron. What does eternal flame boosts that somewhat? For much longer than. Okay, so it's for 17 seconds. Wow. Okay. And what does this thing do? 5.8. That's a huge boost. It doesn't deal more damage though. This thing gives armor penetration when using bows, which is that's something we want, I think. Because if she can't pierce the armor, then she's basically useless. That's not good. Alright, let's talk to Reg and Boz. Hold on. Before we do that, let's go into spell creation. Oh yeah. Let's see here. We got frost, we got illusion, we got lightning. Illusion. What can we do here? We got focused intent, spectral blur. Marks the target as a blurred illusion, making them harder to hit. Right. That's cool. This is false pit. Conjure the illusion of an endless black pit below the target, convincing them that they are falling to their death. The enemy is left prone until they can make sense of the illusion. Okay. That's kind of cool. Right. Increased duration? I don't think so. Area of effects. Is it an AoE? Right, radius. 2 meters. 1 meter. Right. So we can get that. Landry can do this. So we can assign this to Landry. So you can create that. That's fun. Let's see here. Illusion. Spectral blur. We can do range. Or we can do intensity, strength. So that it's a little bit better. It gets, instead of having 30 in both, it gets 37. A 35 on that total. Sigil of strength. Control illusions. And lore. Let's teach that one to Verse. And to Lantry. And to Roland. Now let's see about lightning, electric jolt. You will stun people. Right. Can give him an area of effect thing. See the frost though, rhyme spike. Frozen. Okay, cool. Restoring touch, Titan's touch is nice. False pit. You know, let's assign this there. So we'll give him some AoE abilities. Cool. There we go. Oh, I also have an attribute point to give to the verse here. I guess just give her finesse. +2 accuracy, +1 armor deflection. Sure, we'll do that. Boom. Easy peasy. Why is she... Ah, right, it's because her level up bonus, no, it's not. Why does she have that thing then? How the fuck should I know? Do you feel strange? Yeah. Reg rubs his shoulder nervously. Ever since the Fatebinder spoke Kairos' edict, I felt like bugs were crawling under my skin. They notice you approach with mixed expressions. Oh, didn't see you there, Fatebinder. Reg, teach me something. Subterfuge lore, not for Roland. I guess training verse and subterfuge makes a lot of sense. Boom. Because she is the best one at subterfuge. But it's not quite enough for that one.
On it.
Alright. Let's go have a look at our inventory also. Let's see here. I got a mace, which is devastating, which will push people back on crit. Bronze war mace. Alright, so this is 3.5. This has better. This is armor penetration of 2. This does not have armor penetration. It's a different type of damage, but it does not have armor penetration. It's the same as this Honor Guard Fox, actually. It's a bit slower, but it punches through armor a bit easier. So we won't use that Fox then. Let's see here, Lantry, you could use those potions. This is a light leather elm, which I suppose you should be wearing. What is this? Lantry's Quill. Penalty from might, -1. Oh. It just updated the stats. Alright, never mind. Right, the Crimson Spear Gauntlets. Heavy armor. We want to be using heavy armor, I think. We also got a chest armor, would be nice. And boots, right, I did sell those heavy boots a way back. I wasn't particularly bright. +2 armor, we'll grab that. What else? Fish, Skycap. Skycap we'll give to Lantry. What is this now? Sable Root. Delay unconsciousness. Let's see, chewing on a stick of sable root raises the imbiber's resolve and delays unconsciousness. Thought of as a weed in most of Kairos' empire, this hardy plant is virtually impossible to eradicate without salting the earth in which it grows. This very stubbornness is granted to anyone who imbibes the juices of sable root. Legend tells of a prisoner supplied with sable root by friendly guards who held out against the worst tortures the voices of Marat could devise for days without breaking. And hold on, let's also grab these potions there. What is this thing? Staggering burn, or staggering burn, on weapon crit. Did I just put it back? I did. Alright, so... how do I split it? Control click? Alt click? Alt click. Alright. I'll take 4 of them. Put there. You have some. You need some. Let's do like so. You can have those things right there, and I'll take these ones. Thank you very much. Sky cap over there. What is this? Marshberry. Immune to engagement. Holy fuck. That should, Verse should be using that. Also, let's switch to the bow. I'll also make the bow the primary thing. Right? This is +2 armor, stolen. So that's for you to use. And Sable Root as well. And that's the Dire Remedy, so that one's cool. Alright, I think that's the equipment optimized. Let's talk to this guy here, Snigler Dagos. Upon noticing your approach, the merchant straightens his posture and smiles. What an honor! The name Snigler Dagos, originally from the relative tranquility of the Northern Empire. I've since accepted a nomadic life for the sake of keeping Kairos' forces supplied with only the finest goods, local and imported. Let's see your wares. He winces a little. It's not much, but let me know if you see anything that piques your interest. He has the Ripper, which is a one-handed javelin, looks like. Gore-encrusted barbs line the head of the spear. Whoever shaped this javelin wanted to send a message to everyone on the battlefield who had no desire to find themselves impaled on the serious end. Fine quality thing. Fire Ice Stone plus control fire. Okay, that's interesting. He has some cool things here. We'll buy these. He also has a fine Scarlet Fury helm. Let's compare this to that. Let's see here. That's 5% deflection, plus some recovery, plus some accuracy. This is plus more accuracy. So we'll get that. We'll sell this. The Horde Boots. Scarlet Fury Gloves. Plus 2% precision. Plus 0 precision. And more deflection as well. Alright. Grab those. And this is the Scarlet Fury armor. And this thing... it's the same, basically. Armor of 1. A lot of deflection there. Armor of 3. Alright, so we'll take this also. Sell that. Sell this. Let's go into here and sell the weapons that I don't need. And some gear that I don't need. Apparently I can't afford all that. Alright, we'll definitely keep the helm. 13, 5, 5, yeah. Let's delay the armor proper, but we'll buy the rest. Right, so let's give her both of those. Cool. And that's that. Awesome. So we got some new scrolls. Let's learn Sigil of whatever. Sigil of Vigor. And you do not have enough lore. Well, Landry does. It says verse lore. Oh. There we go. Learn. Also, Lantry, why don't you hide this helmet? Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so that gave us the Scroll of Vigor, which is, that's the Titan's Touch, right. Surge of Glory. Conjure a wave of invigorating energy. Bonus to resolve and damage dealt. Alright. Woo! Plus 30% damage. That's pretty cool. This is a 5-meter radius. 65, I can't use that. Oh, it's a cone. Alright, alright. So we don't do that one. What is this? Accuracy? Nah, we don't need that. Intensity gives more strength. I'm not strong enough to do that one either. Range. I could do that. I could get more duration, actually. 5 more seconds. What's the cooldown? 38. Alright. So that seems good. Which one of these do we want to remove? Maybe Titan's Touch. I don't know. Electric Jolt can stun people. The Frost one is just more damage, really. Rhyme Spike, Electric Jolt. Stunning them. Yeah. Let's assign this one to that spot. Override the spell. Alright then. Cool. Anything else? There's the Scarlet Fury over there. We could speak to that. Those people. There's Death and Nell. Oh, and there's some loot from when we battled earlier. Savelros as well. Alright, let's just finish this and speak to that guy. Hail, Fatebinder of Tunon, that his favorite officer pounds a heavy gauntlet against his chest in a stiff but warm greeting. Were I a betting or a superstitious man, I'd say, fortune, favor me today. I am not. But I am pleased to meet you all the same. Now, what brings you to my little slice of personal damnation, otherwise known as... He spreads his thickly gloved hands wide. This here mud and shit stinking chorus camp. Our lives are at risk and you can't even get along with the chorus? Begging your pardon, sir, but I've never fought a battle where my life wasn't on the line. He shrugs. Kind of the nature of war, isn't it? I see, alright. Fair enough. Why are you stationed here with the chorus? From the way most of my days go, you'd think I was here to row with blood channers and scarlet furies, but my post is to represent the disfavored interests before the Fifth Eye and the scarlet choruses for the Iron Marshal Erenios. Not that I've got much to do. Not that I have gotten to do either in so much as the last span, okay? Sound, have they been cooperative? No one tells me anything. They all lack honor and discipline. Don't think they could cooperate even if that's what they actually wanted. Grunts. Guess I shouldn't be surprised, considering they serve the Archon of Secrets. You'd speak ill of one of Karis' generals. No. You must know, I meant no disrespect to the Overlord, sir. He shifts beneath the weight of his armor, uncomfortably. Besides, only a dumb shit of a dying man would insult the voices in his own camp, and I don't intend to be either. I see. Have you anything to report, soldier? Maybe you've noticed something unusual during your time here. He cants his head to one side, taken aback. What about the chorus isn't unusual? The army itself is a strange, malnourished beast. But no, the screamers seem mostly in order, sir, and I have been spying, if that's what you're implying, sir. Still as opposed, it studies you sharply, scarcely appearing to breathe. Of course, even if I was, it'd be damn near impossible to learn anything from the shit's eye. The fifth eye and those damn furies don't even loop me in enough for me to do my detail. And it's not for lack of trying on my part. What do you mean? I'm not just here to keep a steady eye on the Oathbreakers, or who they give far too much freedom after conscripting. I'm here to be a resource for the benefit of both armies. I can provide insight regarding proper stratagem and request a stock of troops from Iron Marshal and Arrhenios for reinforcements. If needed, but they won't listen to me, nor confide in me, nor fight beside the brethren I could request. I see. Farewell. Alright, I think, okay. Oh, I can talk to them. Alright, I think we're done. Oh, right, there's Death Knell. Let's talk to Death Knell. You, as much accusation as a question. The broad-shouldered woman shakes her head with a scowl. So you're Tunon's Fatebinder. I was expecting something more impressive. She bows in spite of her misgivings. Death Knell. Scarlet Fury. The time is yours for as long as it amuses me. The fighter effortlessly spins a bronze sword in her hand. Let's get one thing clear. Stick with your words and law. Leave fighting to the grown adults. Your corpse would just be a tripping hazard to those of us having a proper bit of carnage sport. We've got enough useless twats dying for our name as it is. All of our horde recruits seem good for of late is a piling in a shit-reeking mound on the battlefield. She hums low to herself and flips her sword side to side with several deft flicks of her wrist. Keeps up, and we'll have to toughen our recruitment standards again. Now what do you need? What is your role in the Scarlet Chorus? Death Knell frowns, her eyes narrowing. Do you not recognize the Scarlet Fury when you see one? Yeah, we are the warrior spirit of the chorus, scholars of sword and shiv. She folds her arms, puffing out her chest. In peace, we train those tough enough to endure our lessons, but wise enough to learn from the best. In battle, it is our duty to slay our foes and inspire the horde with our skill and bravery. Death Knell clicks her tongue, looking aside to the others in the camp with an eye roll. We are fearless vanguard of this confused but glorious rabble. It said something about the horde thinning, swelling until it's thundering, then crashing and receding. It's been the way of the chorus for as long as I've seen it, as long as I've been in it. She offers a one-shouldered shrug, ambivalent if anything, but more likely just uncaring. We take our prisoners alive, give them a chance yet to live, to be reborn into something better, putting any and every able soldier to the sword like the disfavored do is nothing but a waste. A conquered enemy is but a new ally. It merely requires proper coercion. Of course, we do sometimes have a problem with lingering loyalties. Deserters are rarely successful in their escape, but they do try. The Vendrian Guard, strengthened by their numerous blood ties, have been particularly stubborn, so I have a better plan hatched. And what might that be? I'm thinking. We redouble our efforts to recruit settlers, focusing on the unaligned and unsuspecting, instead of flushing ourselves to the gills with oathbreakers claimed from the battlefield. How exactly do you plan to convince them? A knife point has sufficed well enough in the past, but you've inspired me to try a more diplomatic approach this day. What do you say, Binder? You might be able to ease them into the idea and save the lives of their friends and neighbors in the process. If it means expediting the end of this meandering conflict, so be it. The Fury howls a satisfied laugh and smacks you dead on the back. My methods are surefire, you'll see. I'll mark the settlement on your map. She grins, biting her bottom lip bloodied. I can't wait to see the outcome of your efforts. Alright, farewell. Okay. We'll be back and we can talk more to her then, I suspect. But for now, this has been a pretty long episode. So, I need a bit of a break. And, yeah, we got some new quests to take on next time. Forge-bound iron, Earthshaker reinforcements, taking the Outer Valley, 100 as well. And no more than that, huh? Let's have a look here. Right, that's the remote settlement. Trip Nettle Wilderness and the Northern Clearing. All three we'll be wanting to do before we go to Echo Call Crossing, which is the assault over the river. Right. Right. Alright, thank you so much for watching, people. Let me just see if I can find some hidden stuff. Before we... there we go. We can lockpick this.
It's all in the reflexes.
Yeah. Anything else? Not that I can tell.
I can't.
No? Alright. Thank you for watching, people. Another episode of Let's Play Tyranny. The next episode will be up, I think, by Monday. If all goes according to plan. So, yeah. See you then. Thank you for watching. So long.